In light of escalating global conflicts, military strength remains a crucial aspect of international affairs. This video offers an in-depth look at the military capabilities of the world's two superpowers, the United States and China. Let's begin. The defining geopolitical question of our time is who would win in a war between the United States and China. This is not just a hypothetical scenario, it's the focus of the most expensive and advanced arms race in history. A conflict between them would be unlike any war ever fought, with consequences that could reshape the globe. To determine who holds the advantage, we must examine the data. We'll break down budgets, manpower, and military hardware across every domain: land, sea, air, space, and cyber. First up, the money. Modern warfare is an incredibly expensive business. A nation's financial power directly translates to its military capability. The United States holds the title for the world's largest defense budget, with a staggering figure of approximately $850 billion for 2025. This colossal investment funds everything from the salaries of its professional soldiers to the development of next-generation military technology. It also supports a vast network of global military bases, which allows America to project power to any corner of the globe. China's officially announced 2025 defense budget is around $249 billion. However, many international analysts believe its real spending is significantly higher. For years, China's defense budget has seen steady annual growth, fueling an ambitious military modernization program. While the U.S. still spends significantly more, China's focus on domestic production and lower personnel costs means it is rapidly closing the hardware gap. In this category, the sheer scale of American spending gives it a clear edge. A military is nothing without its people. Here, the comparison between the US and China reveals two different philosophies. China has the world's largest active military, a force of over 2 million soldiers. Its immense population provides a vast pool of potential reservists. This gives China a massive quantitative advantage and the ability to sustain a long-term conflict. The United States operates with a smaller, all-volunteer force of approximately 1.3 million active personnel. The U.S. military is a highly professional and technologically proficient force with decades of continuous combat experience. This provides a qualitative edge in leadership, tactics, and operational readiness. While China has the advantage in raw numbers, the United States boasts a more experienced and professionalized force. In any modern conflict, controlling the skies is paramount. This is a domain where the United States has held an undisputed advantage for decades. The United States Air Force is a force without equal, fielding a total of over 13,000 aircraft. It operates the world's largest fleets of fifth-generation stealth fighters, the F-22 Raptor and the F-35 Lightning II. These are supported by a massive fleet of strategic bombers, tankers, and surveillance aircraft that give the U.S. the ability to strike anywhere, anytime. China's People's Liberation Army. Air Force PLAAF has made breathtaking progress and now operates over 3,300 aircraft. It fields its own fifth-generation stealth fighter, the Chengdu J-20. While the J-20 is a formidable platform, China still lags in the crucial support aircraft needed to project power far from its borders. The PLAAF is also still in the process of retiring hundreds of obsolete second- and third-generation fighters. In the air, the U.S. maintains a clear lead in both total numbers and advanced technology. The battle for the seas is a critical area of competition. The United States is a global maritime power. China is rapidly becoming one. The cornerstone of American naval power is its fleet of 11 nuclear-powered aircraft carriers, more than the rest of the world combined. These floating cities project overwhelming force. The U.S. Navy also operates over 70 submarines, all of which are nuclear-powered, and boasts the highest total naval tonnage in the world, a key indicator of a fleet's combat capability. China now has the largest navy in the world by ship count, with over 370 vessels. Though this includes many smaller coastal patrol craft, it currently operates 3 aircraft carriers and has a fleet of over 60 submarines. This expansion has given China a formidable presence in its near seas. This creates a dynamic where the U.S. Navy is built for global power projection, while China's Navy is numerically larger but optimized for regional dominance. America's carrier and submarine advantage gives it the edge in a global conflict. We are breaking down every aspect of this military matchup. If you find this analysis valuable, subscribe and enable notifications for future content on global power and military technology. While any conflict would likely be dominated by air and sea power, the strength of land forces remains a critical component of military might. The Chinese People's Liberation Army ground force is the largest standing army in the world. It fields an enormous arsenal of hardware, including approximately 6,800 tanks and thousands of rocket launchers, giving it immense firepower. In a land war on the Asian continent, the sheer size of the Chinese army would be a major obstacle. The United States Army is smaller but designed for rapid deployment and technological superiority. It operates around 4,640 of the world's most advanced tanks. The U.S. military's key advantage on land is its logistics and experience in expeditionary warfare. With an unmatched ability to move and sustain its forces anywhere on the planet, here China has the edge in raw numbers, making it a defensive juggernaut. The U.S., however, has the advantage in mobility, technology, and global power projection. The battlefields of the 21st century extend beyond land, sea, and air. The winner of any future conflict may be decided in space, cyberspace, and hypersonic technology. In a significant development, China has taken a lead in the deployment of operational hypersonic missiles like the DF-17. These weapons travel at over 5 times the speed of sound and are highly maneuverable, making them incredibly difficult to intercept. The U.S. is racing to develop its own systems, but is currently behind in this area. In space, the United States still holds a commanding lead with its vast network of military satellites for global command, control, and intelligence. However, China is catching up fast, developing sophisticated anti-satellite weapons. In the unseen domain of cyber warfare, both nations possess formidable capabilities. Finally, military strength is also measured by global influence and alliances. This is arguably America's greatest strategic advantage. The United States maintains a network of formal alliances, including NATO and key partners in the Indo-Pacific, like Japan, South Korea, and Australia. This network provides a global basing footprint and interoperable military forces. China's network of formal military allies is far smaller. While it has strong economic ties globally, it lacks the deep military alliances that the U.S. enjoys. In any large-scale conflict, America's allies would be a powerful force multiplier. So, after this in-depth look at the budgets, manpower, hardware, and X factors, which military is stronger in 2025? Let's recap the scorecard. The United States has the definitive edge in defense spending, air power, and naval power projection, particularly with its carrier and submarine fleets. Its global network of alliances provides a reach that China cannot yet challenge. China holds the advantage in active military personnel and total number of naval ships. On the ground, it commands a larger number of tanks and artillery pieces. Critically, it has surged ahead in the deployment of regional hypersonic missiles. The verdict for 2025 is this: the United States military remains the most powerful overall fighting force on the planet. Its global reach, technological superiority in key areas, and its unmatched network of allies give it an overall advantage. However, this conclusion comes with a significant caveat. In a hypothetical conflict in its own backyard, China's geographic proximity and its massive investment in anti-access and area denial weapons would make it an incredibly formidable opponent, potentially negating many of America's global advantages. The era of uncontested American dominance is over, and the balance of power will continue to shift in the years to come. Who do you think has the ultimate advantage in a potential conflict? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.